respected father, coordinators, teachers, and my dear friends. Good day to all. It is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. Rabindranath Tagore. I am so proud to speak about this exceptional personality on the occasion of his 80th death anniversary. Rabindranath Tagore was born on May 7, 1861 in Kolkata. His early education took place at home by a variety of teachers. Also, through this education, he got knowledge of many subjects. His higher education took place in England. In India, when we think about art, music, poetry and literature, the first name to pop up in all our heads is Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, he was a legendary Indian poet. The best collection of poetry of Rabindranath Tagore is Gitanjali. Most noteworthy, Rabindranath Tagore received the Nobel Prize in 1930 for Gitanjali. Furthermore, he was also a great philosopher, patriot, painter and humanist. People often made use of the word Gurudev with regards to him. Also, through his writings, he tried his best to bring people much closer to unite them in order to maintain love, peace and brotherhood. He had described well about love and harmony through his poetry and stories. He composed the national anthem of two nations, Janagana Mana Adinayaka Jai for India and Amar Shonar Bangla for Bangladesh. The Sri Lankan national anthem was inspired by his work. Tagore has not only enriched literature but also contributed to freedom struggle in pre-independence and development of Indian society. He was a patriotic Indian. He was in total support of the Indian nationalists. He died on 7 August 1941 in Kolkata before seeing India's independence. So dear Christites, Rabindranath Tagore is no more with us, but his ideas and ideals will continue to inspire and encourage the whole of humanity in the days to come. Thank you.
Respected teachers and my dear Christites, the highest education is that which does not merely gives us information but makes our life in harmony with all existence. The great philosopher Rabindranath Tagore stood for the development of a free mind, free knowledge and a free nation. According to him, the primary objective of education was to enable the preservation of the perfect symphony between one's life and the world outside. He insisted that education should be imparted in natural surroundings. He believed in giving children the freedom of expression. Private School Icse follows these teachings of this great teacher by bringing perfection of man, by dispelling ignorance and ushering in the light of knowledge. Tagore's foresight on natural environment as a background to child's education is much needed, and therefore our school ensures a greener campus. Tagore believed that every human being is one who has potentialities of progressing towards a superhuman being, the universal soul, and that is what we make out of every student in Christ School Icse. Today, when we remember Rabindranath Tagore on his death anniversary, let us strive to teach and learn his principles and enhance the educational system for a better future. Excelsior, my dear Christites.
Rabindranath Tagore was born on 7th May 1861 to Rabindranath Tagore and Sharada Devi in Calcutta. He was a Bengali poet, writer, composer, playwright and painter. He was the most outstanding creative artist of early 20th century India and was highly influential in introducing Indian culture to the West and vice versa. He was a child prodigy who started down penning poems at the age of 8 and at 16 publishing them under the pseudonym Banu Simha. Tagore was a true polymorph and picked up skills such as drawing and painting at 60 years of age. In 1913, he became the first non-European to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature for his masterpiece Gitanjali. Tagore was knighted by the British in 1915 but returned his knighthood in 1919 in protest at the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. He was very much an internationalist who was critical of nationalism. However, he remained an ardent supporter of the Indian independence movement and freedom struggle until his death in 1941.
Gitanjali, a collection of 157 poems, is considered his best poetic accomplishment. It is written in traditional Bengali dialect. These poems are based on themes pertaining to nature, spirituality, and intricacy of human emotions. A proficient writer, Tagore composed 2,230 songs which are referred as Rabindra Sangeet. He also wrote the national anthem of India, Jana Gana Mana, and the national anthem of Bangladesh, Amar Sona Bangla. His best-known novels include Chakar Bali, Nauka Dubi, Gora, Chaturanga, Ghare Baire, Shishya Ko Bita, Joga Jog, and Char Adhyay. Of these novels, Chakar Bali and Ghare Baire have been adapted as films. A prolific writer, Tagore was a literary giant of India.
For his momentous and revolutionary literary works, Tagore became the first ever non-European to be honored with a Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. But despite this, his legacy far exceeds his poetry. He has opened a university in Shantiniketan, and it is among his most enduring contributions. In fact, in 1940, Shantiniketan became the grand setting for Oxford University's award ceremony for honoring Tagore with the Doctorate of Literature. Today, we are observing his 80th death anniversary. This venerated poet and author influenced a generation of writers across the globe. He influenced people far beyond India's borders, and his works were translated into many languages, including English, Dutch, German, and Spanish. His paintings were displayed at exhibitions organized throughout Europe. Tagore was an ardent admirer of Gandhiji and gave him the honorific Mahatma. Tagore is the only poet to have composed the national anthem for two different countries, India's Jana Gana Mana and Bangladesh's Amar Sona Bangla.
The only Indian literature to receive Nobel Prize, Rabindranath has not only enriched literature but also contributed to freedom struggle in pre-independence India. Tagore's later year, the 20th century, saw immense tumult. India was fighting the British Raj, and Tagore's mission for the freedom and justice, as he often called it, extended far beyond his roles as a writer and administrator. Tagore was strictly anti-imperialist and supported the Congress in its attempt to end British colonization in India. In 1905, when the Viceroy, Lord Curzon, decided to divide Bengal along religious lines, Tagore took an active interest in the Swadeshi and boycott movements, which had hoped would be motivated by education and unity for the people of Bengal.